Okidoki, we're back at it again to talk about the second volume for Heion Serai no Iritin Tachi, or the Iritin Deities no Only piece. I doubt there'd be that much of a gap between my first video and this one. The two volumes for Iritin were already out by the time of writing, but who knows, I write these in advance sometimes, so my sense of time is non-existent. Let's just get into it. Spoilers for volume 2, chapters 8 to 15. Basic synopsis: last volume we got introduced to the Iritin. Gods that have the ability to move faster than a Mach 2 airplane and pack enough punch to make mountains magically disappear. And that's putting it lightly. They've just saved the day again from a resurrected demon, a foul beast that once plagued humanity 800 years ago. However, a scientist by the name of Dr. Obami managed to escape. A man, or android, or whatever he is, that seems to hold a bit too much information on demons and Iritin. With the threat of demons unclear, the Iritin need to decide what to do and what to do fast. We start off with being introduced to our demons, or maybe better put, human-demon hybrids. Dr. Obami, now revealed to be the Demon Lord, you gotta have one of those, is the one that gave these wild beasts human bodies and big old wrinkly brains. We're just having a basic mission briefing. Everyone meets up, they crush a spy or whatever hellspawn this is, and watch the footage of Hayato beating the ever-loving crap out of Gyudon. Judging their strength from the video, it's interesting to see some not-so-subtle power scaling, seeing how the demons believe they'll fare against Hayato. Surprisingly, there's a decent amount of demons that seem to be capable, but that number soon dwindles when they consider the fact that there might be more Iritin as strong or stronger than Hayato. From what we know, Rin is the only behemoth in the Iritin ranks, but it's interesting to see the demons discuss how to tackle this threat. Yeasley is probably one of my favorite characters from Iritin. He's the one that always puts things into perspective for us readers, and the sequence of him outsmarting Dr. Obami is hilarious. Swapping between Dr. Obami explaining their battle tactics and Yeasley guessing his every move, it's almost unfair how much of a disadvantage the demons are at, and they haven't even started fighting. They do have two powerhouses though, and decide to send one of them, Nickel, out to fight them first. I just want to praise the art a bit here. It's a very cutesy kind of moe-ish art style. We are dealing with the same guy that wrote Kobayashi-san Chi no Maid Dragon. If you read that series, or at least watched the anime, you'll see action so good that does not belong in a slice of life, but completely works anyway and is breathtaking every time. Thanks Kyoto Animation for the Dragon Sakaga. But Kukyo Shinja, I hope that's how you pronounce it, is an amazing mangaka that knows how to draw powerful and destructive action along with some terrifying panels. Going back to Nickel, who flies over to where the Iritin train. Once they arrive, jumping out of an airplane mid-flight with no fall damage, we instantly know this is not going to be the same as Gyudon. Yeasley and Paula know instinctively to stay away, and Hayato is almost killed when several tentacles tunnel their way through his body. Ugh. All is looking bleak again. Well, I feel like you'd know better than this at this point. Rin soon takes over, quickly dispatching Hayato so he stops hurting himself, and begins to fight Nickel. I said it once, and I'll say it again, it's really funny how unfair the odds are stacked against the demons. Nickel puts up a good fight, by no means is he weak. He has superhuman strength and agility, and is able to have tentacles sprout out of his body to either turn someone into Swiss cheese or bundle together to crush us with the biggest ball of disgusting meat ever. It's just that he's up against Rin. As someone that has been around since the first demons appeared, Rin has had plenty of time to push her body to the limit. And push she does, as she quickly brushes off attack after attack as she uses her superior speed to get up close and personal. Try and flatten her, she's not gonna budge. Cut off her fingers, they grow back in an instant. Stab her in the throat, she doesn't care. She just keeps running until her fist meets your face. And to top it all off, Rin has been going easy on Nickel, because she thought she was just facing against a weirdly strong human. Once she discovers that demons have taken human form, she takes off the kitty wheels and brings out a dope looking sword. Some more Iritin education. As they are beings made from thought, their clothes and accessories are simply an extension of their body, created only because the creatures they take after are usually clothed nowadays. Once you're at the level of Rin, making a sword is little effort, simply another extension of oneself. Nickel goes for her biggest attack, sending out all the tentacles she can. She even burrows one underground so to cut Rin in half from behind while she's distracted. A truly meticulous plan, one that no one could ever hope to escape. Well, unless you're Rin, of course. Inches before the spinal tendrils reach her, they all freeze. Nickel is unable to control her body no longer. Why is that, you ask? Why, her head is no longer attached to her body, of course. Again, this war is just so unfair that it's funny. Watching the rest of the demons panic as they realize how in over their head they are, especially when all their assumptions are wrong at every stage. They think they are safe because they believe Irutin won't attack humans, but Rin is ready to commit genocide, only stop because Yeasley wants to have a bit more fun. I love how the story takes the age-old trope of good versus evil and just makes the whole thing seem pointless when the good guys have such overwhelming strength and intelligence. It reminds me of early One Punch Man. The poor buggers just barely stood a chance. But that's basically everything I wanted to talk about with this volume. Go out and buy this one. I only really covered the big fight. I skipped a lot of the great comedy and story building this issue had. I don't know if I'll continue these types of videos. I'm curious if people are interested in me just talking about what happens in each volume, but I hope you did enjoy this video. Now go buy the book already. Thanks for watching. We'd love to see your thoughts in the comments below. Like and subscribe for more content. Let me know if there's anything you'd like me to cover. I like to talk about anything that interests me. That's all I wanted to say. I hope you all have a good rest of your day.